Watch and burn.
Hey everybody, so today I would like to discuss, I'm actually not sure, let's discuss Dalton Trumbo's 1938 novel, Johnny Got His Gun. Now what this tells the story of, quite simply, is, I believe he was in the infantry. I think Joe Bonham was an infantryman in World War I. And, well, anyways, it doesn't matter. He's fighting in World War I when he is hit with an artillery shell. And he comes to in a hospital bed. And he doesn't have a clue what's going on. He knows that he can't see, he can't hear, he can't talk, and he can't move. And it becomes fairly apparent pretty quickly that he can't do any of these things because all of these things are now completely gone as far as he's concerned. Yeah, I'm recording. His arms are gone, his legs are gone, his eyes are gone, his nose is gone, his ears are gone, his mouth is gone. And he's left to exist in this state in a hospital bed as the result of being hit by the shell. Dalton Trumbo wrote this book as in response to when he was looking up the fatality rates in World War I. He wasn't able to find any list for any amputees, or at least this is what is claimed. At least this is the reason, that is claimed why he wrote the book in the foreword, in the version that I wrote. I read the one with the cool cover. It's got the peace sign and then the little soldier dude at the bottom and the silhouette of the hand. And in the foreword, they say that Trumbo felt compelled to write this book because he couldn't find a list of amputees, like what soldiers lost arms, which soldiers lost legs. It was just KIAs and MIAs. So he decided to write this book in response to that because, as you know, war amputees, it's kind of by definition. And it is true. You never really hear a lot about soldiers and civilians who lose limbs in wars. I've noticed over the past 20 years or so that's changed, and we've seen a lot more amputee soldiers and civilians in the forefront, so they're getting more attention. But I guess back in the 30s, nobody cared. So he finally communicates to the generals in the military hospital where he is that he wants to be carted around in sort of like a glass box to show the world the horrors and the perils of war. And he does this painfully by tossing his head, like I said, using Morse code, using the only thing he can, which is bobbing his head up and down. And of course the generals deny this because they need fodder for their war machine, and seeing some dude looking like this, that's not going to get people to sign up to come and die for the cause, right? And then he communicates that he wishes to be euthanized. And there's a soccer game going on a ways over there, and every time I hear it, I'm like, oh shit, the cult's coming back into this fucking house that I found, because in my head, this is where they're doing their rituals. It's just a soccer game, Adam. Anyways, yeah, and so he communicates that he would like to be killed, and again, they say they just can't do that, because at this point, assisted suicide was definitely not okay. And so the book concludes with Joe realizing that he's going to spend the rest of his life like this, and he's young. And aside from the fact that he's missing all of these vital things, he's very healthy. And so it looks like 20-whatever-year-old Joe is going to live like this for about 60 more years. And that is just about the scariest thing in existence. You know, I don't even like thinking about it. And I mean, I think about the job that Metallica did by editing the movie down in addition to working it in with the music videos for the song One, and how that video ends. And the video for the song ends the same way the movie does, with him asking for help and then them just shutting the door on him. It's like SOS, help me. And that's it. So this book is incredibly horrific. It's incredibly graphic. And it's incredibly moving and sad. And one of the nurses is able to communicate to him at one point that it's Christmas by putting M over and over again onto his chest, the letter M, and then the letter E, and then R-R-Y, and she continues to spell it Christmas. And this excites Joe in such a way because this is the first time that he has a date to sort of anchor himself back into reality. And he gets so excited because of this, because now he has a jumping off point. It's Christmas. So he knows it's the start of the new year. And so he's trying to reason out where he is in the world, because he just exists in a world of darkness. And it's so sad. And at one point, this jackass general comes in and pins a medal to his chest. The general walked in and pinned the medal on his chest using his hands. And then the general walked out and opened the door again using his hands and feet that he, of course, still has. Putting a piece of metal on this dude's chest doesn't mean dick. So, look, I'm going to stop talking. This book's really sad, makes me feel like crying. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for just about 6 minutes while I discuss Dalton Trumbo's absolutely, massively effective 1938 novel, Johnny Got His Gun. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But most importantly, please don't forget that the world is actually a better place because you are in it. I'm going to go. And of course, I'll put a link up to this place because I've been all through it. So if you guys are interested in seeing the remains or what's left of this abandoned house, this place is massive, by the way. I'll put a link in the description, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much. Have a great day.